Well, it's December the 10th, 2008, and we're back in Yuma, Arizona. Randy and Sandy used the house while we were gone. They got out in time for us to feel like it's our house, but their parrot's cage is still here, and you can tell that sucker's a fair size. And I've already been out in the yard, and we've got a few flowers already, or maybe it's the other way around, still hanging on. Actually, December and January are the months here of winter. And so far, it's not a severe winter at all. We certainly have some bougainvillea in bloom. And that tree that I cut clear down last year, that's kind of special because it was given to us as a little big potted plant when our grandson was killed years and years ago. We're going to see if we can keep it as a small bush. Then maybe those big old roots that have been coming over through the ground, I guess there's enough grass you can't see those roots right now, but they're big old roots coming across and going under our house. That's not good. Even though winter is upon us, you can see that there's some definite start of sweet peas down here. And right there, that's a snow pea. In fact, yesterday I picked a couple of snow peas and ate them. There's a plant that's come up as a seed that I planted. You don't see many of them, but I planted a whole bunch of regular seeds in with these sweet peas. And then this is our climber. It looks pretty sad at this late stage in the growing year, but it'll cut clear back here now and then come back just gorgeous in spring. In February, March is spring here. This is a desert plant that just blooms and blooms in the summer. Looks pretty sad now, but we're certainly glad to see that it's surviving. And of course, this thing looks a whole lot different than it will in a couple, 3 months when I add to those little plants that are coming up in there with bedding plants. It's one of our favorite scenes out here in our yard with the windmill that Roy's gave to us. Roses are looking pretty sad. Those old horns still hanging with us. And that ferny thing there. And there is asparagus. Planted 16. The ones on the back side of here didn't do anything. But here on this side of the house, we've got 4 plants that look like they're going to survive and eventually give us some asparagus. As you can see, this rose bush has just bloomed and bloomed. There's nothing there but the buds left. Bulbs, what they're called when the blossom is gone. Got one beauty still bloomed over here. Just look at the sweet peas back there, though, that are coming along. So I got to get my fences up so that they can start climbing away. And of course, this fence that we had put in last summer, boy, these sweet peas, we'll trail them over there on that, and they'll really go up and make a beautiful sight. Oh, and look down here. Here's a mum that has survived and is blooming. As you can tell, the yard needs work, but it isn't deeply embedded. Randy or my friend Jose, they've kept it down to where I can just get that mower out and mower off, and it'll just look just fine. And as you can see, there's trees around this neighborhood. Just think, at one time we had, I think it was 14 of those big old palm trees right on this property. Cost us a bundle and a lot of agony to get rid of them, but they're gone. Arizona in the winter. Oh, what a nice place. Get down here. We called back yesterday after we were safely ensconced here in Arizona to find out that Kansas was having snow. In fact, one person we called said in the Oklahoma Panhandle there at Cook's that it was indeed a blizzard. Got a lot of trimming to do here. I try to keep that tree trimmed so that it doesn't go way, way, way up there. But it's the one that has a little seating area right inside that bowl. And then you can kind of see maybe where I cut it off and then cut it off. So I've got stair steps. I can start down here, step up there, and then reach up there and cut them off to control the size. Well, I guess that's enough of this foolishness. But I would point out that we've got some other plants back here. A lot of them come up and bloom. This is a young tree that the Bellises gave me 4 of them. And it looks like 3 of them have survived and are going to grow up into trees that bloom a pretty yellow bloom. And over in this corner, these plants do very well for us. They're not the fancy parrot bird of paradise. They're canna lilies. Canna lilies, that's what they are. And this is the bird of paradise. It's not the fancy one, looks like a parrot head. This has gorgeous yellow blooms on it all summer long. Well, that's it for this morning. It's good to be in Arizona. The sun is shining very brightly.